We're now going to add a navigation bar to the bottom of the home screen so you can move around the user interface. To do that, we're going to do a rectangle down the bottom with some icons on top. So let's start with that rectangle. The shortcut is R, and I'm going to draw it down the bottom here, snap that into the sides. I'm then going to go fill, get my eyedropper, and I'm going to grab that same brown as the button before, and that looks pretty good. I'm just going to zoom in a bit using the pinch, close this window. Now I'm actually going to turn the opacity down. I think you can do that over here on appearance, and I'm just going to hold the mouse on the icon there, and just so I can view the preview in real time. 65 looks good, so maybe I'll do 70. That looks fine there. Now what I'm going to do is add a home icon, a menu icon, and some locations, a location icon here. I will add a rectangle first and put my icons on top of those. That will be better for touch sensitivity when using the app and you're not trying to get just the little icons. We'll put these in and then we'll hide them. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, the rough size that I would like the icon to be, and I'm going to move that to the middle. I'm just going to make sure, if I hold Option and go here, I can see the amount of pixels between the top and the bottom, 6 and 7, so it's actually uneven, so I might just resize this 1 pixel down, 7 and 7, so that looks great, and I know it's in the center. Now I want another icon here and another one here, so I'm going to hold Option and drag that rectangle out to the left, and then select the middle one again, hold Option and drag that out to the right. And you can see my distances there, the 137 pop up when they're equal. Awesome. Now let's say I wanted to do it another way. Let's say I'm lining up something and I want them to be evenly spaced, and we've got this set up. What you can do is hold Shift and select all of those rectangles. You can also do it in the layers here, 4, 5 and 6, sorry. And up the top here on positioning, we've got alignments. And if you click these, this 3-dot menu, you also get distribution, and that will spread things out evenly. And you can look at the preview. We actually want to distribute them horizontally. So if I click that, you'll see the middle one does these gaps. It moves them so they're evenly spaced. Figma, remember, also has this spacing preset when you drag it out. So that's handy to know. Now what we're going to do is put some icons on these. We're going to have a home, we're going to have menu, and we're going to have locations, as if we've got an actual cookie shop and there's locations and franchises around. So to insert images, if you remember, we go down to this menu and we go image, video, and I've got some icons in my resources here. So if I look for the home icon, there it is, and I'm going to bring that in. Remember, I get the little preview, that looks correct. So I'm going to drag it straight onto my design here, about the size that I would like. And I'm actually going to snap it in across my rectangle and bring it down. You can see I get my guides again to center it, and I'm happy with that. Now, what I want to do is I want to group these together so they are acting as one button. Okay, so on my menu over here, I'm actually going to group these, the home icon and rectangle 5. So I'm going to select both of those, right click, and I'm going to group selection. And it's now called group 1. I'm going to call it home. And there it is. And now that acts as one, and you can see that's a button. That will work well as a button, sorry. Now inside of that, I'm actually going to go to the rectangle and I'm going to turn the visibility off. And there we go. We've got this situation happening. Now the reason I'm doing that is it works much better, and also the distribution between icons will work perfectly. The locations might be a bit smaller, whatever icon you're designing might be a bit smaller. So you want to do all your navigation in the same size squares or rectangles, so that spacing will look nice. I'm then going to repeat the process, and I'm going to put in my menu and my locations icon. So I'm going to add another image, and I'm going to do menu icon, open, there it is. And if you remember, I'm going to snap this in. One of the other advantages of having the rectangle, and then drag it down until it's centered with my red guide. There it is. It actually looks a bit smaller than the home icon. So I'm going to hold Option and drag it out. And that looks a bit better. I'm now going to select, find which rectangle is with the menu. So I'm clicking on it. Mine is rectangle 4. And I'm also going to click the menu. So I'm holding Shift, right click, group selection. I'm going to straight away name that. And that's my menu. There it is. So I've now got home. It selects, menu, it selects, and I'm just going to turn that rectangle off with the visibility. And that's looking pretty good. So you can see the size differences here, but because we lined them up with the little grey rectangles, it looks nice and spaced out evenly. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to insert my locations now. I'm going to go down here, drag out. Just looking at the rough size of the other icons, that looks nice. I'm going to find the rectangle, which is number 6, and also the location icon. I've held Command to click these now. So I'm holding Command. Okay, you can try and get them both here, but you see this is on top of the grey one, so this is where you're going to have to use your layers here. Right click, group selection, name it straight away, location, and in that drop down, just turn the visibility off on that rectangle. And there we have pretty nice looking navbar. Now, we've also got this rectangle 3, which is the main rectangle for our navbar. We've got home, we've got menu, and we've got location. We actually want this all to be one group all together. So I've just selected these. I'm holding Shift, and you can click them, right click, group, double click that, and I'm calling this navigation. There it is. So I've now got 2 main groups, the navigation, so if I turn that off, you can see all working together, and the button, which is the text, and also that rectangle working together.